Okay, so a few days ago, when I made my Jaeger bombs, I decided to look up different recipes that I could use Jagermeister in because I knew I was not going to be having a Jaeger bomb again because I did not like how it made me feel. So there was no point in having one at home anymore. There was really not a whole lot of point at the beginning when I have it like maybe once in a while, once or twice a while at a bar. But anyway, I digress. So, because I'm not having another Jaeger bomb, I need to figure out something to do with that Jagermeister. So I found this brownie recipe. It is called Fudgy Jagermeister brownies. So, I have everything set up. I've preheated the oven. I've used parchment paper on the pan, and I've also put some cocoa powder down because that was one of the alternate ways of greasing it. You could butter and cocoa powder it, and I like the cocoa powder idea. So I put that down. So now I've kind of gotten all my ingredients together, so we'll put them together. So in this bowl, I've got my flour, salt, and baking powder. So I just need to mix it together. And next, here, I've got butter and chocolate. Chocolate is cut up into chunks. So this you need to melt. So there's a couple different ways of doing it. You can do a double broiler, which is great, and it's a good practice, a set of skills. I'm impatient. I don't want to wait for water to boil and sit there and stir melting chocolate. But you can. But the other way is if you want to microwave it. So I'm going to microwave it for simplicity's sake, basically. So for those of you who don't, well, that's microwaving, I can kind of show you what a double broiler is if you don't know and want to go that route. So you put a pot of boiling water, and then you get a bowl that you want to kind of sit nicely in that, whatever size pot it is, the bowl kind of fits nicely so it gets the steam, because essentially what you're doing is you're melting the chocolate from the steam, from the heat of the steam. This is a nice, it's a good way to nicely melt it, to really get those combinations smooth. It probably would be a lot smoother than doing it in the microwave, which is the way I'm doing it. And that's kind of when you get that silky texture of chocolate, well done chocolate. That's kind of one of the reasons why it is the way it is. It's because it's done over a double broiler. So just like this, a nice metal bowl, and just whisk, or just kind of stir it, not whisk. Stir it around, don't let it burn. That's the biggest thing, is you don't want it to get too hot. It's a lot like making hollandaise. It's the same kind of principle making hollandaise as well. You don't want it to get too hot because otherwise it will very, very easily burn. So you have to learn to control that. You can take it on and off the hot water, have a towel around so the bowl can rest on if it starts getting too hot from the steam. I hope that made sense. Okay. If you were going to do it by the microwave, it says 5 minutes, but make sure you keep an eye on that because this was brought out about 2 minutes what time is it? Yeah, about 2 minutes earlier than it needed to be, and even that. So you can see smooth. If you were to do a double broiler, that would be a lot smoother and a lot nicer. But in a pinch, the microwave works as well, not as well, but it works. So yeah, you can see. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pour that into here. and then you mix in the eggs one at a time. So don't forget this is still warm, so you want to keep making sure, make sure those eggs are mixed up quickly, because otherwise they will start to scramble, and you don't want scrambled eggs. Just one at a time. Making sure that is fully incorporated before you add the next one. Okay, once that's mixed in, you want to add the sugar, vanilla, and Jagermeister. So this is some really nice vanilla from Mexico. Apparently you can buy it in Ontario, so thanks to my aunt for sending this out to me. Might need more soon. That's okay, my birthday's coming up. That is a good smell. I'll say for all intents and purposes, my just enjoyment, I guess, maybe, of Jaeger bombs is not because of the Jagermeister. That is good smelling stuff. Okay, so you want to mix them until it's completely smooth. Again, will depend. If you did a double broiler, it's more likely that your mixture will be smoother than from the microwave, just based on the emulsion of the butter and chocolate fats, the combination, the slow and steady heating up in the double boiler versus the quick quick nuking of it in the microwave. Okay, there we go, that's all mixed. And now we add the dry ingredients. So I like doing a little bit at a time, just so I don't, when I'm mixing it, get flour everywhere. It helps to get most of the dry ingredients incorporated first. So you just want to mix it until it's combined. You don't want to overmix. So until it's all the white essentially from the flour is gone. And it's back to the smooth, nice smooth and thick. But nice brownie batter consistency. So this is the stage in the recipe where it says to add the nuts. So there are toasted walnuts as an option to add to this recipe. I don't have walnuts. I want straight chocolate. And so I won't be adding any, but this is the stage where you would add those toasted nuts. So now that it's all mixed, we pour it into the pan and bake in the middle of the oven until top is firm, which is about, firm, until the top is firm, and it says it's about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna put it in, I'll bring it over to show you what it looks like, and then we'll pop it in the oven and see you in 40 minutes. Here we go. Now we're gonna pop it in the oven. So here's the brownies, totally cooked. You can check by inserting a toothpick in the middle, which that's what I've done there, and if it comes out totally clean, it is all cooked. So we're just gonna let it cool. It says to let it cool completely in the tray on a wire rack before you cut into it. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I let it cool. And I cut it. Nice, soft. Smells awesome. See the top, nice hard top. It's a brownie. So let's give it a taste. Yep. It's got that nice I think it's licorice undertone of Jagermeister. I'm not 100% sure what, but definitely you can taste that undertone of the liqueur. And it's not like super sweet either. Like it's a good, and that's even coming from me. And I know I love sweet things, but this is my professional opinion that it's not overly sweet. Not just it's not overly sweet because I like super sweet. It's a good level of sweetness. Can definitely taste the cocoa powder that I put on top of the parchment paper. I can kind of taste that a little bit. Definitely, I think it accidentally, when I was pouring it out, it dumped all over it. So I think that was part of the problem. But I can taste like it's one bite there. That last bite I had is very concentrated. So if you are gonna go the butter cocoa powder route, then just make sure it's all nicely evenly spread, so it's not concentrated in that one bite like one was, or a few bites. Like I'm sure it's not just that one spot, but a few others in the whole tray. So. Cheers. Let me know if you guys make them, because I would love to see other people doing stuff too. So yeah, I'd love to hear if anybody else bakes some brownies, or whether it's these ones or any other ones, or bread or anything else. When I get the ingredients for it, I am going to be doing a savory recipe, something like super simple. It's a dip that I honestly don't know where our family got the recipe from. But it's definitely a family favorite, which is rare with the variety of tastes that my family has. But everybody liked it a lot, and it's also been a huge hit when I've brought it to parties or to friends' houses. So I will teach you all how to make that recipe. Probably next week. I don't get my ingredients till Saturday, so yeah, it'll be sometime, and it's Saturday night, so I doubt I'll be making it Saturday. So yeah, within about minimum 7 days from now. It'll probably be shortly after. Anyway, see you next time.